Alright boys, we're now on CT side. All of these videos I've done, apart from the strats, are really unstructured, so if I kind of forget things, like, I'm just re-recording. So, hopefully this flows. Some bits will be, like, backwards and forwards where I'm remembering bits, so apologies for how weird this kind of will be. But, starting off in spawn here, we want to sometimes do aggressive mid. So how I do it is I put my crosshair sort of on this edge, and then I run, and then I walk, and then I release kind of when I hit these straw thingies, and then this will bounce and land perfectly full mid, and that lets us get up. So again, in this corner, you can put your crosshair on like the edge of this building, you can run, and then just make sure you're walking by the time you hit the straw bits, and then this will bounce, and it's fast, and it gets us out, it gets us access to top mid, obviously with supporting flashes. We're going to keep the same stuff as last year, where me and James are on A, Gary Luke are on B, Piggy's taking mid. With Piggy and his mid peak, we're going to be supporting him with flashbangs. The A guys, so me and James, one flash to get Piggy, a quick kill on mid, is just with your flash out here, sort of running sort of into the box, a jump throw, and then this will perfectly pop over. You see where it's like lands in, like over this roof. This blinds anyone running up here, so it's really good because obviously if the flash pops here, they're gonna have their gun out. They're not looking for this flash. They're gonna be blind completely. We'll just do it based on spawn, but yeah, anywhere just in the box, making sure we're throwing it here, and that'll be that. Gary, you've just messaged me actually. Let me just reply to you quick. He says, "Hi YouTube forehead," but I've set it up so you can't actually see this. Unlucky boy. In terms of this mid flash for the B players, we're going to alternate it so like we've got like roughly average utility spread on each site. It's really quick as you're running into B. Just put yourself in this corner here. So like hug this like strut. Put your crosshair just here. Jump throw. And again, this perfectly pops up here. So as they round the corner, they're blind. And then between us, Piggy will have blind people to kill, which is what he wants. Lovely. Next thing I really want to just kind of like ramble at home about is like B. I like, you guys do a good job, but there's some pop flashes here. So for example, this corner, you'll know about these, but this flash here. If you're doing apps and stuff, just make sure you're coupling it with like, obviously like this smoke here. It's like the deep app smoke. Don't do this every round. I know you don't, but just so that's down there, that will land perfectly, as I can see on X-ray. And then put yourself in here. This kind of weird sticky out bit. Perfect flash into window. Lets us get thing. Didn't actually land. Incredible. Make sure you know this lineup. I obviously don't. Just to prove a point now. It's this corner. I'm not going to check if that's landed, because I don't want to embarrass myself in case it hasn't. It looks like it actually has this time. It has. Wonderful. But yeah, making sure you can like pop in like that. Do that every now and then. Really nice little 1-2. What you can also do is if you're standing up, someone, if you want to do like a fast window play, if you stand sort of on this bit here, you can run off the bomb site and jump on his head and get up there that way, rather than just the standard side boosting. It saves second and a half, and that lets us get into window quick. The guy that's kind of playing apps, just bearing in mind you can throw this molly as well off the start spawn, and that kind of lands here. Sometimes with the angle in it lands there, or like if you aim a bit more to the right, it will bounce, he says. It will bounce off, there we are, and land in the entranceway. Just making sure you're kind of aiming that, sort of just where you can't really see, and then it will land randomly, but it will land here in the general direction. That's where you want it. You want to cut off the doorway anyway. But that's a good one. Really nice pop flash. You can either jump spot like this, which I saw MBK do this at the major, where he was jump spotting sort of here. You can get information faster this way. You can kind of see them if they're sort of there towards the back, like this area. You can see them. Also, most teams are looking for this jump here, so you can kind of catch them off guard a little bit with this jump here. You can see them. If you do see them, you can pop a flash here. So if you aim sort of on this wood, that will perfectly pop in the doorway. So that's a good one. Also remember that you can bounce nades off this window, and that will go in there as well. In terms of if people are coming, you see people and they're running towards here, make sure that you molly this bit, because it will then force them out the window, and therefore you can just kill them as they're falling. So that's all of my little recommendations on B, really. There's a few flashbangs that I was working on, kind of, where you kind of just are like throwing them here. So anywhere in this direction, you are blinding them here. And then also I was thinking of something where you can kind of just pop this off the building, or like you can like make it just yeah, anywhere sort of like off this building. If you're jumping, this will blind anyone sort of here. You see where it's landing up. You might not even need to run jump throw it. You might be just getting away with just a normal just jump throw, yeah, and it will pop perfectly above here. So if you hear anything on short, you can just pop a flash here. Some retake smokes which are quite useful if they've executed on A is putting yourself in this corner, taking a step and jumping, and this perfectly smokes into Palace. If you're the short player as well, there are these kind of weird bulges on the floor. There's this one here which you'll be interested in, and this point here. There's a jump throw there, and then this smokes ramp. So just retake smokes to think about as we're coming through for B. And you guys did a very good job last season. I was watching your stuff. But with these bits, I've learnt this because I've been playing B recently, and I was like, oh yeah, I can just do this. Oh, this is a nice flash, and things like that. And that's it, really. In terms of stuff on A, James, I kind of want you to be more, or me, be more sort of playing around default a lot more. One guy can play stairs, one guy can play default. This will be normally me. And what this allows is Piggy to do this like flash. Doesn't really matter where it is as long as it's kind of up high by these windows. So if a smoke execute comes in, I can just look at the floor here. They'll all be blind. I can pop out and things like this. And just the biggest thing me and James got wrong on Mirage last year was we didn't have set places. So I'm going to be set here, and you're going to be more towards stairs, James, because you were getting more kills there. And I'll be honest with you, I just quite like the ratty angle here. I like coming up here, this ratty angle. I like jumping up here for this rat. And yeah, I will happily just sit here and jiggle default. And that's that, really. If you're retaking A as well, and you want to perfectly molly or flash Palace, come into this, put your crosshair here, and throw, and that will always land on these rafter bits. And that's it, mainly, if we can just make sure this flash comes through. And that's it. I think that's for both the maps. This will probably be one of the longer videos. But that's it. Yeah, this is Mirage. We're going to move on to... I'm going to move on to Inferno now. So I'll see you in a bit.